Who made this monstrosity?
Pick the Percocet, set, icy on my neck, hit you with that check, teachers by the flex.
What's good? What's funny? What's new? What's happening? Our reactions here. Welcome back to the channel. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications, and that help promote the channel. Today we are back with another video by Kagi the Don. Excuse me. Titled "When My Girl Violated Kisame so bad that he unalived himself." This guy is titled. I've been covering a number of Naruto episodes recently, but a good number of that has been focused on Naruto, or kind of included him. I thought we could try something different instead, and today we're reacting to my guy, one of everyone's favorite characters, if not possibly, actually one of everyone's favorite characters. So let's dive on in.
Okay, so boom! The scene kicks off with Naruto, Yamato, and Killer Bee congratulating Naruto on mastering the ability to control the Nine-Tails chakra. Naruto and Killer Bee over there turning up because he unlocked the new DLC, while Yamato over there confused as hell. Naruto starts to give them the rundown on how he unlocked his new skin, but mid-sentence, he senses that somebody is in the room. He immediately calls out the intruder, and all of a sudden, the sword on Bee's back starts to grow larger. Then we see Kisame pop out of Samehada. Kisame is shocked that he got found out because he blended his chakra in with Samehada. But to be honest, I don't think any amount of chakra suppression can hide the stench that is emanating off your body. Look at how you look. I know he smells like expired tuna and dirty pond water. Realistically, Naruto's new Kurama chakra mode gives him elite sensory ability, so that's how he was able to scope him out so easily. Killer Bee's over there surprised that Kisame's even still alive since he thought he popped his cap off. So he starts interrogating him on how he's still alive, but Kisame not trying to answer too many questions because he got intel to deliver, so he slithers on out of there with Samehada. Naruto, with his freshly unlocked abilities, is not about to let him get away that easy, so he teleports to him in the speed of light and punches him right in his back. Yamato and Killer Bee see this and they immediately start gassing him up. They over there talking about some, oh my gosh, he's so fast, just like his father Minato. But the hype of the moment is quickly destroyed when Kisame brushes that punch off like it was nothing and slithers out the door. Naruto tries to chase him, but he can't because he got his foot stuck in the wall. Now he over there screaming, I can't get out, damn it. Nigga, if you don't Hulk smash the wall and chase after him, I know you not letting this stop you from the chase. If that was Sasuke running out that door, this man would have chopped off his whole leg just to go out there and chase him. He don't want this kill for real. The camera then cuts to Guy being peer pressured by these two other shinobis to look into this waterfall and confront his true self. Guy originally says no, but Buddy over here activates his instigating badge to get Guy to go to the waterfall. Hey, I understand, Guy, it's okay. If I was a sorry shinobi with no ninjutsu and a cut like that, then I wouldn't want to confront my true self either. Those few words alone was all Guy needed to hear, because he immediately jumps in front of the waterfall. But instead of meeting his true self, Kisame pops out the other side looking like a creature from the upside down. Like, I know he's supposed to be a fish boy, but what is that? Kishimoto was cooking something devious.
Is that a shoe?
Was all Guy needed to hear, because he immediately jumps in front of the waterfall. But instead of meeting his true self, Kisame pops out the other side looking like a creature from the upside down. Like, I know he's supposed to be a fishbowl.
Yeah, this is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I've not watched this in more than a decade, maybe 15. More than a decade. Insane.
But what is that? Kishimoto was cooking something devious with his...
Bro, he looked so young. Hold on.
Supposed to be a fish boy?
But yeah, he looked so young, guy. This was really a long time ago.
What is that? Kishimoto was cooking something devious with his character design, cause something about his face just makes me itch. Guy immediately rushes at him and hits him with a hard kick to the face, sending him flying into some rocks. Guy's IQ is very questionable.
I'm surprised he kicked him precisely enough not to let any of the spikes hit his leg. I mean, he's a shinobi, of course he's skilled, but I just thought like every single point was covered, and it had to take someone like maybe Naruto, who's covered in the cloak, to actually attack him. To the point where, like, now if Naruto attacks him. I mean, Naruto did attack him. But even if the spikes touched him, it would have been a thing of he destroyed the spike and still was able to land the hit. So the fact that guy did that, it low-key is impressive. Even though it's a small, what's it called? A small thing compared to, the actual fight that took place. It's low-key is impressive.
Because for a second, he really thought that was his true self.
To me, at least.
Upon further inspection, he comes to the conclusion that it's a pufferfish. The other ninjas start cussing him out for being so dumb, but I'm honestly not even phased. I'm used to guys' IQ. You can't expect genius from a nigga with a bowl cut. But don't get it twisted though, because what he lacks up here, he packs down here. But not like that though. I'm talking about his hands. Samehada separates itself from Kisame and ends up running to B. So now they can see that it's Kisame, except they can tell that he's much weaker. Alright. This the last time I'ma comment on his looks, but look at this man. He looked like an aquatic roach. He had no choice but to be evil and join the Akatsuki. Like, imagine this nigga coming to save you from a house fire. Nah, I'd rather burn. I'm not coming with that creature. While all the ninjas are distracted looking at B and Samehada, Kisame slips under the water, swims over to Samehada, then grabs the handle to suck out the chakra from B. The two other ninjas try to warn him, but it's too late. Kisame already done sucked out everything he needed. This ninja tries to stop him by throwing these kunais at him, but Kisame blocks them with his arm, then begins to extract chakra out of him. It didn't even take 5 whole seconds for this man to drop to his knees. Them chakra reserves are shallow as hell, and while this one's getting drained, the other one over here just watching. Nigga, throw a shuriken or something, damn! But instead of taking action, he watches his comrade fall to his knees and then dips out the scene. Guy Sensei is ready to throw hands at all times, so he charges in and hits him with a leaf hurricane. But like a ugly dude sliding into a dime's DM, that junk gets rejected. Now that Kisame's chakra is fully recharged, he activates his shark bomb jutsu and bodies Guy with his water shark while attempting to make an escape. The no-name ninja then starts yelling talk about he's fast and he's getting away.
I don't think there's any water user as prolific as Kisame throughout the whole series. The only person that I know that is just as proficient as him, if not more, is Tobirama, the second Hokage. Kisame might even be more prolific than Tobirama as far as water technique goes. Of course, Tobirama is an all-rounder, but I don't think there's anybody as prolific as Kisame. If Kisame was on the battlefield during the 4th Great Shinobi War and he was actually fighting for the Allied forces, you know how Madara did that, his majestic flame technique, and it took 16 shinobis to create one water technique that could counter it. One synchronized water technique that could counter it. I think only Kisame would have bodied that flame. I think only Kisame would have bodied that technique, or countered rather. I think only him alone would have countered Madara's technique. And I also think that the same way Madara spawned with multiple fireballs after the fact, Kisame too could have spawned with multiple water shark bomb techniques after the fact.
You not doing anything. But honestly, it don't even matter because we got a real go-getter on the squad. Guy steps up to the plate and tells them to step aside. He then immediately gets serious and opens up the 6th inner gate. Okay, and he's on timing. No talk, all action. That's a taijutsu king right there. Do not play with him. Killer Bee then enlarges his hand and launches Guy through the air. Now Guy up there soaring through the clouds, scoping the scenery out. He's trying his best to locate Kisame, but then he realizes he needs another boost. So what does this man do? He summons Franklin the Turtle and says, I need to borrow your back. Then proceeds to...
Wait. There was a time... Oh, that's true. He summoned this turtle here. There was a time... there was a video where I said, we only saw this turtle once. I forgot he was summoned here. But it still begs the question, what exactly does this turtle do? Because this has to be the most useless summoning throughout the whole of anime.
Mario jump off of him, sending the turtle crashing
or throughout the whole of Naruto, not anime in general.
the ground. First off, I need to borrow your back. Pause. Secondly, this is disrespectful on so many levels. You're telling me these summons just living their life and can randomly be called in the middle of a battle at any time. Franklin even says, I haven't seen you in forever and this is what you called me for? His feelings are hurt. Being called upon just to be used as a trampoline is crazy. I might even put this over the time Sasuke summoned Manda just to protect him from an explosion because this is nasty work. Kisame thinks he's in the clear now, so he summons a shark, regurgitates a scroll full of intel, then gives it to the shark and sends him on his way. But before the shark could even get far, Guy comes crashing down, ready to stop him in his tracks. Kisame not going out easy, so he activates his 1,000 Hungry Shark Jutsu and sends them to Guy. But my man is not phased in the slightest. Guy just standing in front of all of them, trying to scope out which shark got the intel. But he can't single it out, so instead he jumps in the air and starts punching so hard that friction causes fire to come out. Do you know how hard you...
What's the name of... I can't say the actual Japanese name, but the English translation is called Morning Peacock.
Punch the air to create fireballs. Listen to the grunts this man is making. Guy is really just built different. Some of the sharks get destroyed by Guy's fireball blast, but it's still not enough to get rid of them all. Guy determines that he has to expand the blast radius, so he dives in the water and opens up the 7th gate. Kisame's over there looking at this transformation, and he starts giving Guy his flowers, but he says something that made me raise an eyebrow. A shinobi this skilled in taijutsu is rare, although I have known 2 others. I beg your pardon? 2 other what? Skilled in taijutsu is rare, although I have known 2 others. I beg your pardon? 2 other what? Who are you talking about? Lee's nice. Guy's dad is nice. But they still not touching Guy, so who is Buddy talking about? Nah, cause he about to get me tight. Kisame ready to wrap this up, so he activates his Super Shark Bomb Jutsu. But to counter, Might Guy busts out his Hirodora. Now Kisame's Giant Shark and Might Guy's Giant Tiger are charging at each other. And at first, Kisame had the biggest smile on his face. He knows that when his Giant Shark gets a hold of Guy's Hirodora, all the chakra from that attack will get absorbed. But little does he know that it don't work. There's no way out of this one. This is why it's important to read the scouting report, because my guy's Hirodora isn't fueled by chakra. It's fueled by the power of you! My guy's Hirodora ends up completely overtaking Kisame's Shark Bomb and all...
How did Guy explain it? His Hirodora is not even chakra infused in any way. It's literally just him throwing a normal punch. But that normal punch is so strong, it amasses... I think it amasses the combination of the force plus maybe the air around it to create the tiger form. There's a way he explained it, but the point is it's not chakra infused like the way Kisame's is. It's just one punch.
He wipes all the other sharks out completely. The cameraman then pans to Yamato, Killer Bee, Naruto, and the no-name ninjas, seeing the explosion caused by Guy's attack. Everyone's confused as to what they're seeing, but Yamato lets them know that it's Guy's afternoon tiger attack, called the Hirodora. Naruto's hating ass takes a second to digest that name, and then says, Hirodora? What a lame name for a jutsu. I thought Guy Sensei wanted to sound like a young shinobi, not some old dork. Naruto, shut up with your hating ass. Where your parents at, huh? How about that? Where are your parents?
Bro, this guy is disrespectful.
The Hirodora turns out to be so strong that they end up feeling the blast radius from there. The blast starts to calm down, and then we see Guy Sensei standing over Kisame with the scroll in his hand like he just posterized him in that Game 7. Kisame, still baffled by Guy's Hirodora, starts asking questions about the jutsu. Guy then tells him that the Hirodora is taijutsu that doesn't use chakra. It's just an ordinary punch. Wow. Then he goes on to start explaining the exact mechanics of the punch, talking about it's a focus blast of pressurized air after initial compression. Alright, nigga, that's enough. I don't need a whole science lesson on how it works. He wanna be Bill Nye so bad. Kisame then demands to know what the blue aura around him is, and Guy proceeds to tell him that it is sweat evaporating off of his skin. I honestly don't know if I should be impressed or disgusted, but honestly I'm a little bit of both. How hard are you to produce this much sweat? You only been fighting for damn near 5 minutes. Kisame then starts yapping, trying to delay his impending doom, talking about this is the 3rd time we've clashed, and I can't believe you still have moves like this up your sleeve.
Although you don't seem to remember me.
But what makes this part...
Yeah, Guy never remembers Kisame. The dynamic between Guy and Kisame also is something that was underplayed, but whenever it happened, or rather, the first two times it happened before this, it was funny because it would always be a thing of the first time, of course. Kisame was like, "Who's this? With this one? What did he do it? I don't know." And I think he tried using his sword, and there was a, I think they had a very tiny fight, not like a serious fight, but like I think Kisame tried swinging his sword, but guy stopped it somehow. And the second time they met, when Kisame was yanning and yanning, I was like, "Who are you?" Kisame was not like, "Who?" So you don't even remember me. So them specifically, the dynamic between them, although underplayed, it is something that existed in very very brief moments. You can't compare it to guys' dynamic with Kakashi or Kisame's dynamic with Itachi, but it's something that briefly existed, and it was damn near funny anytime they first met again after a while. Even in this particular episode, I think when he was still in that shark form, or right after he came out, after he had sucked chakra out, he was like, "Oh, so I meet you again," and guy was like, "Who are you?" So guy, it's just funny that guy is always forgetting who he is,
Funny
or that he met before.
how guy just aired the message. He really left that junk on her, didn't you? You still have moves like this up your sleeve.
Although you don't seem to remember me.
But what makes this part really funny is how guy just aired the message. He really left that junk on her, didn't even bother responding. They just staring at each other, not saying a word, until Kisame twitches his thumb ever so slightly. But even that little movement was enough for Guy to punch him right in the stomach. After rearranging his guts, Guy hauls him back to the squad where Yamato restrains him with his wood style. The shinobi that got dropped in the beginning then tries to infiltrate the mind of Kisame to get intel. But before he can get anything useful, this fishman Kisame bit off his own tongue to will himself awake and prevent him from getting any intel. That boy is a ride or die for real. See, this is someone you want to do crime with, cause he's gonna stay 10 toes down no matter what. Not me though. Y'all stay safe. I'll stay half a pinky toe down at best. You're telling me I'm supposed to hug a 10-year sentence because of something you did? Yeah, I don't think so. Go ahead and bring me that Wendy's Baconator combo so I can start reading off them names. Even though Yamato was suppressing his chakra, Kisame off of pure strength alone breaks himself out the grips of Yamato's wood and then traps himself in a water prison. Guy tries to punch a hole through it, but he's unable to penetrate the barrier. So Yamato starts to boot up his wood style in an attempt to get him out, but both of their efforts are futile because Kisame has already made up his mind. This man proceeds to summon 3 sharks inside the water prison, then allows them to rip him into shreds, ultimately unaliving himself for good. Now everyone just standing there in disbelief, and eventually they start giving him his flowers. You know how it be after someone passes. Now they saying all the best things about them. He was such a sweetheart and a joy to be around. He didn't deserve this. What are you talking about? That man punched 3 babies in the dome and has 7 bodies in 6 different states. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. Overall, A-tier fight. Kisame definitely put his skill, willpower, and determination on full display, but ultimately it was Guy and his squad that got the W in the end.
Yeah, man. That was a great video. Kisame is as a ninja, not even as a ninja, as an Akatsuki member, he is probably one of the deadliest amongst all of them because he's called the tailless tail beast. His chakra level is insane. The only other person I know that his chakra level would be more than his is Nagato. And Nagato literally has the Rinnegan, godlike eyes that can give you godlike abilities. He's one of the most deadliest guys as far as the Akatsuki and even the Seven Swordsmen. So the fact that he ended like this, it was like, oh, okay. It kind of fits it in a way because he wasn't killed; he killed himself. I believe he could have. Okay, no, he couldn't have escaped. There was no way. He could not have escaped. But yeah, great video. Thank you guys for tuning in this far. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos you want me to see. Help promote the channel. Like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Pick the Percocet, sets. I see on my neck. Hit you with that check. We just bout to flex. Pick the Percocet, sets. I see on my neck.